Welcome to K-Pop Coffee Talk, a podcast bringing K-pop news overseas. Hi everybody, it's Nikki. 안녕하세요, Nikki입니다. This was a great week. Lots of comeback announcements. And stay till the end because there's a few things I want to talk to you guys about, and it has to do with American K-pop idol interviews. And I know I share a lot of views with other fans, so yes, stick to the end, see if you have the same views as me or if you just want to see what it's all about. Stick to the end. So Apink has released their comeback schedule, which is quite awesome. So their comeback schedule is everything that is happening leading up to their comeback on, drumroll, July 2nd. They're coming back with their 7th mini album called 1 and 6, and it's going to be released on July 2nd at 6 p.m. KST. So definitely check out their comeback schedule on their Twitter, on their Instagram, or also on mine, because I'm going to go ahead and just repost everything on my Twitter and my Instagram so you guys can easily find it. And I will link everything down below in the description so you can follow and stay up to date throughout the week, because usually on Twitter, more on Twitter than Instagram, but I'm trying to do both at the same time, I update as the news come in. So it's kind of, you get a head start on the news. And then on Sundays, I put everything in this nice little neat package for you. So again, Twitter and Instagram are all down below, and you can follow me. This week, we also have a cool, awesome new thing that happened, and that is we have a new K-pop boy group called Like a Movie, and their first title track is called Twilight. So let's go ahead and check that out. As you can see, even their movie, or I should say, the music video is very much like a movie, and it has a lot of aspects of a movie set in it. I truly, truly hope that Like a Movie will continue to grow, will continue to work hard, and get as much fans as possible and create this awesome fandom for themselves, because we have so many amazing groups, and I think they can definitely make it. Just keep working hard, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing awesome. Good job, Like a Movie, and welcome to the K-pop world. JBJ's Kim Dong-han, has also made officially his solo debut. And his first mini album is called D-Day. And his title track is called Sunset. Before I start talking too much about it, let's go and check that one out. As you can see, Sunset's music video is very much like the sunset. I think it looks extremely amazing and definitely has a sunset vibe to it. I think his voice fits perfectly with the track itself, the music that is within it. The lyrics are very much like he's looking into your eyes and you're his sunset, and it's kind of romantic in a way, but I really, really like it, and I hope you guys like it too. So go like his video on YouTube so he can get those views up. And E! Entertainment did something I think very amazing, and that is they have published CCTV footage. And on that CCTV footage, you can see Saesung fans doing exactly what they shouldn't be doing. And that is going too far into someone's privacy where they shouldn't be in. They've also gave the warning that if they continue going after Kim Dong-han and continue disturbing his privacy and not leaving him be, they will release CCTV footage, but this time without blurring their faces. So the Saesung fan will be known to the whole world now, which I think is really, really amazing. So if you are Saesung and you are continue doing something like that, your face will be revealed to the whole world, and your neighbor will know that you're one of those crazy fans. Why isn't every fan, I should say, just a fan? like I've mentioned in one of my previous videos, be respectful, give them space. At the airport, give them space. Don't walk into their space. They're people. They have personal space. Just let them be. If they're home, that's their sanctuary. That's their safe haven, their safe space where they can just be themselves without having to worry about anything. And you going in and disrupting that can be pretty devastating for a K-pop idol or for any person, really. So just stay respectful and don't do crazy things like that. Give them space. That's my little rant on Saesang fans again. Girls' Generation's Taeyeon is topping worldwide on the iTunes charts, which I think is just awesome. Something New is a really great song, and her music video is really amazing. But not only are Taeyeon fans excited about her release, but also NCT fans, because Taeyeon is featuring NCT's Lucas on her single called All Night Long, and it's a really great track. As a citizen seasony, I'm extremely proud of Lucas. So if you are a Girls' Generation fan, if you're a Taeyeon fan, if you're an NCT fan, go and support both of them and grab the album, listen to the songs, watch her music videos, and give her as much support as you can. It was also, again, a great week for BLACKPINK. DDu-Du-DDu-Du has now over 90 million views. That's the fastest growth and the most views in such a short time for a K-pop girl group. So BLACKPINK's comeback was a long time coming, but again, like I've said last week, I think it was absolutely worth the wait because the song is amazing and the music video is absolutely amazing. Also, BLACKPINK has become the first K-pop girl group to enter the United Kingdom's official singles charts, which you might not know what it is, but it's very much an equivalent to the US Billboard charts. And BLACKPINK is currently on number 78 of the official singles charts in the UK. Congratulations, BLACKPINK, you're doing an amazing job, and I very much looked forward to your comeback, and I wasn't disappointed. Good job. Golden Child will be joining the summer comeback rush. I'm going to call it the Golden Summer because we have so many amazing comebacks going on, and July is going to be a super busy month with comebacks, so I think we should really, be excited about July. But yes, like I said, Golden Child is coming back, and their official day is July 4th. And what I think is quite awesome about their album is the name is Goldenness. And you may or may not know, but Golden Child's official fandom name is Goldenness. So their new album, their first single album, is called after their fandom, Goldenness. Again, it will be released on July 4th, and I think it's it's a really cute idea to name that album after their fandom, because fans play such a big role in the K-pop world and a big role to the idols. So that's really quite an honor, Goldenness. What you have there, good job. Block B's Park Kyung has also returned as a solo artist with his song Instant. Let's go take a look at that MV. Yes, that's quite a music video, isn't it? But I quite like it. I like that it's very unconventional. I like that it fits very well with not only the music, his amazing voice that fits the music so perfectly, but also the witty lyrics, because he talks very much about modern life and how fast-paced everything is, but also easy on your hand, like fast food. It's fast, it's easy, but it's not very nutritious, which comes back to the underlining issue of what he's talking about and expressing, which is relationships between people. Nowadays, we're sitting in front of the computer pretty much like I am right now, and we type and chat with people or on the phone and text. But where have the relationships gone that are someone sitting right in front of me talking to each other? Those have kind of, gone away and aren't the same as they used to. So I think I like songs that kind of have a meaning to them, which I know a lot of songs do, but like that special meaning where you kind of have to dig through, those are really great songs. And I think Park Young has just done an amazing job. His voice fits so perfectly with the music and with the funky beat of it. So yes, please go check out the full video on YouTube, like it, comment, whatever you can, support him. I think it's really, really great. We got some JYP news for you this week, and Park Jin Young has kind of talked about where JYP is heading and the changes that are coming up for JYP. There's 3 of the changes that I'll be talking about today, and JYP is going to create 4 different labels that will be running under JYP. He said he's tried this before with Twice, and he liked the way the communication was. So he's kind of moving away from the traditional way of having a company or running an entertainment company, agency. And he's going to create those 4 labels. So the communication will be different, but it might actually be better and maybe in a benefit for him to even grow further. Talking about growth, JYP is also moving into a bigger building, which I think is pretty exciting for any company to move into a bigger building, because more space, more training rooms. What could happen? More comebacks maybe? New groups? I think there's a lot of great things that are kind of happening to JYP right now, and we should kind of, have like a tab open with JYP to kind of keep up to date with what's happening there, because I think there will be a lot of great things coming out of JYP very, very soon, especially with all these changes happening. And another change, or something that he's at least trying to do, is reaching more global fans, which of course for us here in the US or anywhere not in Korea is thumbs up, because reaching out more to global fans means we might be getting to see our idols more often, or merchandise will be over here instead of us having to, order from Korea, which I don't mind. But I just want to say, USPS, I would like to have my light stick, because my light stick was supposed to be here yesterday and it's not. And when I contacted them about it, they said it's still stuck in customs. But the tracking said it's on the way to my destination. How can it be in customs but still tracking to be on the way? I don't understand. Some of my friends, our light sticks made it at the same time to New York Customs. They have their light stick. I don't have mine. I've waited very long for this light stick. I would really like to have it. USPS, please. I'd like to have my light stick. That's just one of the things that if companies are reaching out global fans more, maybe, it means the merchandise reaches global fans easier. That would be like my wish for it. Mamamoo is also joining our summer comeback list. However, they do not have given us any clues on what day yet. The talks were mid-July, so I'm guessing it will be mid-July. Let me throw a number out. 14th maybe? 15th? I don't know. As soon as I hear a number or a date, I will tweet it. I will Instagram it. I will let you guys know. Or I'll let you guys know next Sunday if we ever hear a date. So stay tuned for that. Lovelies have also announced their schedule for their comeback, and their full single release will be on July 1st. So Lovelies are coming back, and all their teasers and their teaser schedule can also be found on Twitter. Again, I will be reposting all of that and retweeting everything that I can, so you guys can find it really, really easy on Hallyu Heaven, and so I can keep you guys more up to date and faster up to date, and you guys can just click and there it is. That would be perfect. So kind of go check it out, and July 1st is the album release. I'm excited. Are you? And last but not least, we have Red Velvet's Wendy, who will be collaborating with Young Da-il on his newest single, and it will be coming out in the beginning of July. Again, I don't have an exact date. As soon as I will hear it, I will tweet it out to you guys so you guys can stay up to date with it as well. So everybody, like I've said before, I wanted to talk to you guys about American interviews with K-pop idols. This has been on my mind for a very long time, but NCT just had another nice series of interviews done here in the US since they're going to be performing during KCON this weekend. Tonight, actually. They have their concert tonight. And over the years, I've seen a lot of K-pop idol interviews. And 80% of the time, no, actually more 90% of the time, I either cringe really hard, I want to run away from it, I don't want to watch it. Not because of the idols, but because of the interviewers. And I share this view with many, many fans. So it's not just my view, but yes, I'm talking to you guys about this, and I'm kind of putting this out for everybody to hear. I think my kind of last straw where I really thought that I need to say something about this is People Magazine or People Magazine. Yeah, People Magazine People did a great interview with NCT. And it was very much like I wanted an interview with a K-pop idol B, or what I expected to see. They then went on to have a Build series interview, which I have to say, they have like a pre-segment called Build Up, which is with Shannon Coffey and Brendan Fitzgibbons, where they kind of interview the fans that are, lining outside to see the idols come in, or the artists come in. And I have to say, when I was watching it, it made me feel very much uncomfortable. It made me feel like both of them didn't want to be there. They've said multiple times that they have no idea what's going on, probably because fans were loud. But it's like, you know what's happening. Can't you do a little bit of research on what's going on? Things like that. This is just one point. Or why do you make it obvious that you don't want to be there? Whether or not they meant to do that, I don't know. But it came across that way. Not just by me, but by many fans that watched that live feed. Because I was talking to them, I was chatting to them while watching it. And so many have said, oh my God, did he really just say that? He doesn't seem like he wants to be there. They could just give the microphone to one of the citizens there, and they would have done a better job, which probably would have. It's just little things like that where it's like, you know what's happening. You know what group is coming in, what artist is coming in. Do you not do any research? Do you just kind of swing it, or wing it is the word? You can't. K-pop is a new thing to the US. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing this channel, why I have this channel. I want to be able to be that bridge, that kind of, the bridge that's between the US and Korea, and kind of brings the culture over and explains the culture to people that have no idea about it, that explains K-pop, because a lot of people don't know about K-pop. Or don't know enough about K-pop, which is okay. It's okay not to know. But if you're a person that's going to interview somebody, please do your research. And I'm not just talking about the two that were interviewing the fans. I'm also talking about Kevin Kenny, who, was interviewing NCT. I don't know if he did any research beforehand, but there were a few things that I want to talk about too. But let's get back to the build-up, the pre-interview kind of live stream, where, yes, K-pop fans are different. It's very much a family feel to the fandom, which I have talked about in my fandom podcast. The feel of a fandom when it comes to K-pop, it's like a family. It really, truly is. We worry about each other, but we also worry about, the idols. Sorry, I looked over there. I have a poster of NCT up there. But we worry about them when they don't get enough rest. Like, we'll say, you know what, SM, for example, give NCT rest. Like Marks in 3 units, give him some rest, give him some downtime. That's what K-pop fandoms are very much about. So then it was Brendan Fitzgibbons. I have to say his name because I don't know if he meant it as a joke, but it didn't come across as a joke when he said, why do I feel like every group has a Johnny in it? Well, in NCT, it's Johnny's name. That's him. He's American. He's from Chicago, which you probably would have known if you would have done some research. Simple as that. There's not a Johnny in every K-pop group. No, there's not. His name is Johnny Suh, or Young-Oh Suh. That's his name. That's his English name, is Johnny. So don't say that, well, I feel like there's a Johnny in every group. It didn't come off as funny. It wasn't. To many fans, it wasn't funny. And another thing that got me, which, yes, NCT is very much known for their awesome choreographies. But then asking fans to dance it, which I know plenty of fans that can do the choreographies amazingly. And I know there was a fan right there on the streets waiting in line who did an amazing job dancing Boss. Yes, it was awesome. But have you seen their choreographies? They're very intense. Don't ask like a group of people to have these kind of intense dances right there, because a lot of them can't, because they're so fast paced, they're so intense. It's just little things like that where, you know, say, hey, can you do touch choreography? Touch is a very easy choreography right here. You know, that you could have said. It's the way you handled the situation that just didn't seem right to a lot of fans, including myself. Now let's talk about the interview itself, where, again, there were points, excuse me, that, you know, just didn't feel right. And it felt, there were a lot of EXO interviews, like, throughout the years that felt the same way. But it's like, feeling like you'd have no clue about it. Just do a little bit of research before you meet someone new. Do you not do that with American idols? I say idols, but American artists? Is that not what's happening? Do you just, like, 5 minutes earlier know that you're going to be interviewing blah, blah, blah? NCT, EXO, BTS, whoever. And you don't have time to do research? Simple as that. I mean, you want to know their names, I think. It would maybe cute, or it would come across really nicely if you were at least trying to say annyeonghaseyo. It's a simple word. It's a one word, but it can make someone feel so much more comfortable. You know, I've talked to a lot of my Korean friends and they say, I'd rather have you try to speak Korean than don't speak any Korean at all. And I know we're here in the US, but maybe that little annyeonghaseyo would have just brightened the atmosphere, for example. Now, this exactly what I'm about to say did not happen during the build-up interview, but this happened to EXO like a few times. Well, when they say something in English, it's like, whoa, this big deal. Like, what? What did you just say? Why do you have to treat them like children? Yes, it's really amazing that they're learning English, and I know it's really great, but they don't have to learn English. You can say, that was really awesome of you. You don't have to make this big spiel, this big grandiose gesture of, wow, I can't believe you just spoke English. Don't make them feel that way, because if someone, I mean, it's probably obvious that I'm not a native English speaker. I'm from Germany, so you can probably hear my accent. If someone would have done that to me when I spoke English to them here, it would have made me feel so uncomfortable. And I can tell that some idols feel really uncomfortable when that happens. And it's like you have the look on their faces where just like, I want to run away. I want to be done with this. And that makes me uncomfortable watching it. Yes, there were some other things. Now back to build up. It's Taeyong's birthday, July 1st. So he suggested to sing Happy Birthday, which I think, yes, please do. And Johnny jokingly said, but in Korean, right? And of course, all the seasonies that were there in the studio started singing Sengil 축하합니다, which is Happy Birthday. And he's like, settle down, blah, blah, blah. You could have handled it better. Yes, you want to be able to sing it with him, but I think I saw Haechan just kind of smiling there. And it was such a cute gesture from all the fans in the studio to start singing Happy Birthday in Korean, where you could see everyone just smiling, everyone sitting down, because it's NCT 127 that was there. They were all smiling about it. But he made it, he probably didn't know that it was Happy Birthday, but just saying, settle down, okay, settle down. Why would you have to be kind of rude about it? You know what I mean? I mean, it wasn't such a big deal, but that was a very sweet gesture that all these fans did. So that kind of bugged me a little bit. And then another thing, if you're saying that K-pop is the new wave, it's coming, it's being bigger and bigger here in the US, please try to do your research. There are a few things that you will see as soon as you type in K-pop or K-pop fandoms that will pop up. And one of them is light sticks. Yes. This has bugged a lot of fans when he said, what are those glow-in-the-dark things? They're not glow-in-the-dark, you turn them on. It's a very vital part of the K-pop world to have a light stick. Yes, not everyone has an elaborate one, an official big customized one. Like NCT just got theirs. You have the little ones that look very much like the light sticks you kind of break here in the US or anywhere, but you can actually turn them on and they have batteries. Those are the ones every group starts out with because they will light up the whole concert. The idols will be able to see these light sticks from this stage and they will be able to see all the fans super far away. So to have a light stick, which I think great job all the fans that went to the build-up interview for bringing their light sticks because they had theirs and they were showing them off. They were showing the fandom pride. They're proud to be a season-y, so why not bring it? But then calling it glow in the dark things. That could have been easily avoided by just, doing research or knowing just a tiny bit more about K-pop. And I'm not expecting all interviewers to know everything about K-pop because there's no way in a short period of time. But there's little things that a lot of times you can see it on the internet search where it's like 5 words or 5 sentences, 5 phrases every K-pop, fan knows or needs to know, which Eggyo is one of them too. Cutesy style, which I tried to do during the interview, is in there as well. Trust me, I've seen them. It's just those little things. And I think in the beginning too, which was cut, of course, when they uploaded the video, it's cut. So you can actually find it anywhere. And in being excited about having an NCT interview, I didn't press record. So I don't have it. But in the beginning, he's like, let's take a look at Cherry Bomb. And it's Touch playing. And everyone was just kind of like in the chat room, this is Touch. It's not Cherry Bomb. Which is not a big deal. It's the wrong MV. It's fine. But maybe say, oh, this was Touch. But he didn't even acknowledge the fact that it was a different music video. It was Johnny who then said, this was actually our song Touch. Did it have to be Johnny who had to kind of fix the error? No, it didn't. It could have been Kenny or someone else. Not Kenny, it's Kevin. Sorry, it's Kevin. Kenny is your last name. Kevin. And it's a mistake. It wasn't Cherry Bomb, it was Touch. It didn't need to be Johnny who then fixes the issue. And then it being cut from what was actually uploaded. I think that I knew they messed up and they knew they messed up, so they just cut it and it doesn't exist anywhere. But in the minds of all of those that watched it, in the fan board, it's there because everyone wrote it on the fan board. So again, it's just those things that I've also seen with some BTS interviews where they're just being treated like so differently. Is it the language barrier? Maybe, but try to make them feel comfortable. Don't make them feel like little children that don't know anything. Or don't make them feel like children when they speak English. I've really seen that with EXO interviews, with BTS interviews. I think I've seen GOT7 interview where it was a little cringy. But I've had friends yesterday saying I can't watch it anymore. I really just can't watch it. It's too much. I can't. Am I saying I could have done a better job? Probably. And I'm not saying it I don't know all K-pop groups. That I just don't. I don't know all of them in depth, as I probably know a handful of groups. NCT is one of them. I know NCT probably better than my right pocket. I know BTS. I know EXO. I know SHINee. If someone was to say, though, tomorrow you have an interview with iKON, and I'm going to be honest, iKON is one of the groups that I don't know as much about as I maybe should or could. I will go on the internet and do my research on them and make sure that I know vital parts of their fandom, themselves, the members. That's something I would do because I feel like I would have to do them justice. I have the privilege of interviewing them. So I need to do right by them. But maybe that's just me or other people that feel that way. Maybe it's not the interviewers here in the US because they're so used to just American artists that everyone knows about everything, or most of the things. But maybe to make K-pop artists, K-pop idols more comfortable here in the US, why don't you try to put just one tiny bit more effort in? And again, this goes to all interviewers and not just people from yesterday that a lot of fans weren't happy with. It's a tiny effort that can mean so much to somebody. Yes, it's just really something like that. And I would give anything to be able to have a 30-minute interview with NCT or any group, really. I would really give anything to be able to have that privilege of maybe 30 minutes, 20 minutes even. It would mean the world to me, especially if it were NCT. As an N citizen, that's a big deal. And I don't know if it's for them. For a lot of interviewers, it's just their life where, yeah, that's what I do. I get to see celebrities all the time. So I just kind of, do it like I do every day. But to other fans, and for K-pop fans especially that want their fandom to be represented right, it's a really, really big deal. So I hope that maybe now that K-pop is becoming more and more of a thing here, maybe in the future interviews can be more like there are with American artists. Yes, there's the language barrier, I understand, but we can make them feel more comfortable. We don't have to treat them like children. We don't have to be rude to the fans or think they're crazy because we have light sticks, because we have signs that are written in Hangul, because we're actually trying to learn the culture, which I'm trying to help bring over here. There's nothing Korea-boo about learning Korean. Don't worry about that, because then everyone learning English would be America-boo or English-boo. And that's not true. You can learn Korean and it's okay. And a lot of idols appreciate you taking time out to learn their language and to be able to communicate with them without needing subtitles. That's one of my main reasons. I'll be able to watch live videos, excuse me, without needing subtitles. And it's a big deal. So I hope we can move forward and interviews can be done in more of a way where the interviewers are actually, excuse me, my voice is leaving me, where the interviewers make more of an effort. I really, really hope that, and I hope in the future it will be better. That's all I can hope for, and it's not because I'm so angry and I think it's all so wrong. No, it's constructive criticism. I think it can be done better. I wish I could be able to do it. It's K-pop is part of my world. I know a lot about it. I know there's people that don't know a lot about it, and it's okay. But maybe moving forward with interviews, we can make the idols feel more comfortable. That's all I want to say. I wish I could interview idols. That's where I come from. Fans would like to see a better representation of the fandom and have their idols treated better. And, yeah. And a little thing to all the companies out there. 진행하는 한국의 연예 기획사에게 당신의 그룹을 인터뷰하고 싶어요. 감사합니다. I hope you guys have a great week. I hope my voice is coming back because I have a lot of recording to do this week. Yes, it's not me hating on anybody, not at all. It's constructive criticism. It's something to keep in mind. And yes, stay tuned for next week's news. Follow on Twitter and Instagram. And stay up to date. I'll keep you up to date as soon as I find dates about Mamamoo, for instance, something like that. If I find a date, I'll tweet it to you guys. You guys can stay up to date. You guys can follow your favorite artist. Instagram, Twitter, down below. Subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye. Annyeong.